beautiful soul. Welcome. This is Rochelle with the Healing Rose, and today we're taking a look at the Romantic Lenormand. So this is from Anna Oginski, and I saw a couple of cards on a preview thing and absolutely fell in love. I love this style of artwork. I feel like it's probably something that will go really well with my sort of Art Nouveau decks that I have. So, you know, it is a larger Lenormand, so it may or may not. Let's just see what the back says. So the book and 37 oracle cards, the everlasting beauty and charm of the Lenormand tradition, meet the floral patterns of the Art Nouveau style to produce an oracle of the utmost elegance and finesse. So the retail on this, I think, is $21.95 US. All right. So let's, oh nice, we even get a little ribbon for lifting them out. Okay, and so these are wrapped. Here's our book. So it's kind of a little bonus. All right, let me see, what do they provide us in the book? So there's an introduction, how to use the deck, a 2-card spread for a mini forecast. All right. 3-card spread, the most popular. The plan spread, 6 cards. All right, and then it gives us a little 1 page of each card. There are some illustrations in here, but not all of it is. And then we have our alternate languages. Okay. And I think it's just, is that just in Italian? Possibly. Since I don't read Italian, I cannot confirm. Let's see if we can get this open. All right, I was not expecting to have to open the cards inside as well. Let me see if I have a little assistant here. There we go, my little leaf opener. Let's see, without damaging my cards, if I can get some of the edge of this. I wouldn't believe the chaos I had trying to get these cards. I had them on pre-order for months. I ordered them months and months and months ago on pre-order, and then the pre-order for whatever reason never shipped. And then I was getting sent, this is the replacement deck that was getting sent for the first one, never shipping. And then this got lost in transport, so all right, so this feels a little, let me see. Yeah, it's a little thinner feeling than a Hay House cardstock. I believe it's the same, let's see. It looks to be pretty much the same size as the Hay House, yeah. Maybe just a smidge shorter, and a different rounding is used on the corners. I do love these backs though, that's gorgeous. All right, so let's take a look. So these are full oracle card size. They're not the usual itty bitty Lenormand. So let's zoom in here and take a look. I do love these images. I feel like I automatically, on seeing this, I want to color my edges. If I can, maybe like that pale green would be lovely. So there's the rider, and we have the clover, and I love that it is so clearly a ship. There's not a lot of other stuff happening in the image. Just really clear, bold, which is, for me, wonderful because I'm still learning Lenormand. I mean, I feel like it's going to be one of those processes that takes me quite a while to get through. I love that it's got our indication of what suit it's in. But you know, some decks, when you go through, like the birds are not birds, they're like, there's birds and they're in a tree and they're at a crossroads, and it's like I'm like, what card is it supposed to be? So it's nice, it's quick, it's easy, it's very visually clear. Really interesting. I like that. I really love this artwork, I have to say. The stork, the dog. Really lovely frame on the cards. Like, there's nothing about this that actually makes me want to trim this bit of border off. The garden is stunning, absolutely stunning. I love the mountain. That's great. The crossroads, very clearly a crossroads. I had one and the crossroads was like in the shape of a cross, so it's like I could never tell looking at it because it was just the number and not the title. So I never knew if it was the cross or if it was the crossroads, and it was, when I was first trying to learn, it was like my biggest confusion with the one deck that I had. That was quite frustrating. These are absolutely lovely. Oh, I love them. I am so glad. This was well worth the trouble that I had. All right, so we have a man and a woman. Oh, okay, so I'm not sure. With 37 cards, I feel like there's extras. These are lovely. I love that whole muka or muha-esque. The hair is fabulous in all of these. The moon. Oh, I love the moon. I love those lilies and the crystals. The key is also gorgeous. Look at these. Oh, I love these fish. These golden koi with the coins. It looks like it's all about your money. The anchor and the cross. All right, that's 36. Really? Because I think maybe it's a typo. We clearly have only 36 cards. All right. I was sort of wondering if we were going to get an extra something. So there's no extra man and woman in this deck. Oh, and here goes my complaining dog. As loud as she is. All right. So let's give it a little shuffle and see how that goes. So it should be, oh, that's the color on the edge of that one card. Yeah, where the wing goes right to the edge. I was wondering what's happening. I can see a little mark there, but these are quite gorgeous. All right, so a smooth shuffle, because it is a matte finish, but again, it's that matte where it's, you know, it's not just paper. They've done a bit of a coating on there. All right, and it's holding a bit of a bow. And I do them that way. Whoops. Let's put them the other way and get that bow out of there. All right, so let's check out the guidebook and see what kind of description they give us. I love these backs. It is absolutely gorgeous. I think it's going to pair really, really well with I'm thinking probably my Muka Tarot. Oh, let's take this card. All right, this stars. Okay, let's see what it says about stars. So 16. Stars symbolize patronage from above, a grand scale, lofty goals and aspirations, the conquest of new horizons, clear understanding, inspiration, and magnificent creativity. This card indicates that the stars favor us and our plans can be realized if we exert effort, not just dream. This card also speaks of new paths for development, foresight, optimism, ambition, abundance, large quantities of something, great distances, remote communication such as telephone or internet, virtual reality, the sphere of art and television. All right. With such powerful cards as lilies and the sun, the stars signify great success, fortune, recognition, awards, and a bright stage in life. The star card is positive. It represents a ray of light in the darkness, bestowing the hope of realization of our plans. However, when combined with negative cards, it predicts empty dreams. Okay, so I like that there's a little reference there to which cards it can work with. So overall, a positive card. Really lovely. I love the artwork. I'm excited to work with this one. I do not mind at all the descriptions that are in the guidebook. It feels fairly succinct from what I've read in other guidebooks and from my Very basic, I'm going to be honest, very basic understanding of Lenormand, but I love this garden card. So I'm quite pleased. I wasn't sure. I had read some reviews where people were like, oh, the cardstock is awful, or my cards showed up damaged, or, you know, a myriad of other little complaints and irritations that people had. But I do think it's going to work well for me with the cards I want to use it with. And pardon me, as of the moment, I do not do a grand tableau, so I'm not necessarily worried about having to lay out 36 cards. I tend to just do 3 cards at once in general, or I'll do 9 cards. But with this deck, I don't even think I would necessarily do 9 cards, right? It's like past, present, future, and like work, relationship, you know, home life, or something like that, like for each tier, some variation of that depending on what book you're using, what the spreads represent, right? So yeah, I think they're just absolutely gorgeous, and I'm really excited to work with these. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Awesome. Oh, you know what I just realized? Okay, hang on. I just had this realization because I think I wasn't looking at the numbers when I was going through here, because I swear for 12 we had the owls, because I was looking at the owls thinking, aren't they adorable? And maybe that is the 37th card that I was just not cluing into. Maybe I'm imagining it. No, 12. So we can have either birds or owls depending on what you want to have in your deck. It is 37 and it's not a typo. All right, good on me for figuring that one out. All on my own. So I guess we can decide which we want to keep in there, but I really like these little bluebirds, so I think I'm going to keep the bluebirds in my deck and put the other one in the box. As lovely as the owls are, I love the birds. For me, these bluebirds will have a personal significance, and so that it makes sense for me to leave these ones in here. So we do get 37 cards. So that's good to know. It wasn't just a typo, and it wasn't me imagining it. So we did have 2 for the birds. Very interesting, because in a lot of decks, if there are more than just the 36, it's often an extra man and woman or an extra child. So it's kind of an interesting choice to include a difference in birds, whether or not you want owls or you want little bluebirds. Very, very cool. Oh, they're so lovely. They're so ornate. I'm very excited to work with these. Perfect. All right. Well, after some of the less than wonderful feelings that I've had about some of the decks that have recently come into my collection, and I've not been in love with all of them that come in, I am actually I'm quite happy and excited to work with this, and it just motivates me to spend even more time studying with the Lenormand, because it's one of those ones where there's nuances to it that still aren't quite meshing for me, so it's still a work in progress, but quite exciting. Awesome. All right, so I'm so glad you're still here, and I hope that you've enjoyed this little flip through. And if you're still here, have an absolutely amazing day and a fabulous week. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.